So earlier yesterday, I was coaching in my 100K mastermind. I was coaching my students, and the 100K mastermind, in case you don't know, is where we help students go from like 5K months, and I show you how I make 100K months. So it's all about scaling. And one of the students there, she was getting really bogged down by creating freebies, and it's something that comes up all the time. And in case you don't know what a freebie is, it's that little like free PDF you get or a free video you get when you enter in your email address. And she was getting bogged down. She was creating these really complicated freebies. And what I did is I showed her how to create a freebie that generates hundreds of leads every single month in 2 hours or less. And that's what I want to show you in this video. I want to show you how you can create a freebie. You can create this thing that generates hundreds of leads, repeat, month over month. So I shared it with my 100K mastermind students. I'm going to share it with you here as well. First thing that you need to know is that you create a freebie and people enter in their email address and let me just give you an example of a freebie here. So you're going to enter in your name, your email address, phone number. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then you're going to click get access. So then you click access and bam, there you go. You have it. And so that's a freebie. And what I want to do is I want to show you first thing that you need to know, which is of all the people who enter in that information, like I just entered in, 70% of people won't read it. That's a funny stat that I shared, but it removes a lot of stress for students in my 100K mastermind and just anyone in general, which brings me to point number 2, which is spend less than 2 hours start to finish making your freebie. Honestly, 45 minutes is ideal. If most people aren't reading it, and the point of a freebie is really just to get them on your email list so you can email them, 45 minutes is ideal. You should be spending about 45 minutes to create your freebies, if that. So all of a sudden, if I tell you you can only spend 45 minutes creating a freebie, then the question becomes, how do we do that? So here's a couple tips I'm going to give you. First thing is you want to keep your freebies about 3 to 5 pages long. So you want your freebies to have 3 to 5 pages. And keeping it short like that, I can create it in a shorter amount of time, obviously. And if people are, 70% of people aren't even reading it in the first place, and that means only 30% are reading it, I don't have to worry so much about the inside information because most people aren't even going to see it. The other thing that you need to do when you're creating freebies, if you want it to generate lots of leads for you, hundreds of leads for you, is you need to keep it focused on solving one specific problem. So keep your freebie focused on not solving vague things like how to make more money, but the 1-minute hack I do on Instagram to land 1 client a day. That's a freebie that would do really, really well because it's focused on solving one very specific problem. So I see a lot of freebies out there in the universe, how to be happier, for example, or how to have more balance. Those are so vague, they're not really interesting. And the thing about creating a freebie is it's a free information and we have access to free information everywhere. So you're competing for eyeballs and views, even for free stuff. Back in, long time ago, if you could get anything for free, that was cool. But we're now to the point where we have so much free information, we're overwhelmed, and we need to be choosy about the information we're downloading, even if it's for free. The more specific problem that you're solving, the better your freebie will do. Next thing that I want you to do to keep a freebie super simple, I gave this tip to my student who's getting bogged down, and I'm gonna give the same tip to you. Create your freebies in Google Docs and just export as a PDF. So a lot of times people will design these beautiful PDFs in Canva, for example, and they spend a ton of time on them and they're branded colors and they look sexy. First of all, that's boring. Everybody does that. Second of all, it takes forever. In my experience, once I switched to just literally writing content down and exporting as a PDF, they did much better. I got so many compliments from those freebies and it was taking me less time to do it. So the feedback got better and my time spent making them got a lot less. So just use Google Docs and then you can export as a PDF. Share that. That's what we do when I run $1 million company. So you're fine. Another thing that I see, mistake that I see a lot of people do when it comes to making freebies, have a huge about me section. Don't have an about me section at all. Or if you feel like you must have an about me section, have it be like 1 line. I don't put an about me section in there at all. Again, I don't even feel like people are reading it. And then also you have to remember that when it comes to marketing stuff, people don't give a shit about you. That's just the reality. Humans are looking for what's in it for them. So a good marketer will give what's in it for them. And in that process, build trust and build a relationship rather than you forcing somebody to scroll past 2 pages of your business credentials or, your about me or whatever it might be. Don't do that. Just give them what they came for. And that experience is what will build trust. A great example is this YouTube video. I'm not sitting here on this YouTube video telling you about my 9-year journey as an entrepreneur and why I'm super qualified to tell you how to get freebies because I have 200,000 email addresses on my list. It's cool. It's a cool anecdote and how you know, but you're really here because you want to create a freebie that generates you hundreds of leads every single month. And that's how I'm building trust with you. That's how we're creating a relationship. Next, you need to be sure to have a clear call to action. What is a call to action? It's a clear next step. What is the next step you want people to take when they're done reading your freebie? It could be to follow. It should be one, by the way. It shouldn't be follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter and also book a discovery call with me and go to my website, et cetera, et cetera. You should have one next step. And it should be a natural next step and it shouldn't be too big of an ask. So people aren't going to go from freebie to paying client. Some people will, right? Like that's not a true statement overall. But in general, you don't go from first date to getting married. Your freebie is like the first date. You're just trialing things out. So the next step should be a second date. You're a little more intimate. You do something a little bit more fun. So in this particular case with the freebie, your second step could be to follow you on Instagram, like a following, getting in your world more, maybe joining your group, just taking that next small step to get to know you better. Shouldn't have 100 call to actions. Shouldn't have 0 call to actions. You should have one clear call to action with a next step. I see a lot of my students mess this up. They don't have their clear call to actions, or it's like, book a call with me and make a bunch of money. And I just don't think that's going to be a natural next step. In my opinion, is asking too much. They just downloaded you. Just getting to know you, et cetera, et cetera. So if you want help with this, a lot of you watching this probably already are Get Clients Now students. But if you want to learn the next step in all of this, right? So you have the funnel, now what? You should totally consider joining my Get Clients Now program. In the Get Clients Now program, I show you exactly what to do in order to get clients. And I kind of hold your hand every single day. We have daily business coaching calls. It's really awesome. We have success story after success story after success story after success story. And it's because we really, we get you on the ground running and we get you focused on the things that are actually going to make you money. So if you're interested, you want to make some money, you want to get some clients, go to mariawent.com/program. Check it out. I will see you there. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. You're ready to get a bunch of clients, a bunch of leads, and I'll see you in the next video.